sweetheart. But in English, it's like, okay.
Sounds more rude than that.
Yeah, it's like a word game, with the French and English, of course. This song was entirely composed just for the movie, so it was fun to do it. Actually, it was my voice inside. So yeah, it was like a challenge for me to do this because I'm like a stutter, so I wanted to put some things for the music when, and when he speaks, he has to sing, because when he sings, he don't stutter, so he sings it's the only solution. So it was like a fun part to do it. And for words, it came when I read the script, I just finished then, and this song came to my mind like that. Words don't come easy, and it's perfectly for the movie, And I talked to the producer. Hey, yes, can we have the right for the scene, please? And yeah, sure, okay. And then I let them doing the work, And what happens? Okay, well, what about the right? It takes time, It's a song from 1983. It's a long time, but it's okay. We have it. Okay, but I prefer to have an alternative in case of there is no words song. And I choose this jazz music, like very romantic and at the same time melancholic. It defines a character, which is in love but also sad because of his handicap, I think.
No, thanks for explaining that. That's so cool to walk through all the work and the creative process in building that. Thanks so much. I'll hand it over to Jay if he has any questions for you.
Of course. Well, it's always good to see you again and in person. We talked a lot about this film in our first Q&A in the live stream, and it is touching the way sort of story based on real experience comes to life so visually, in a way that's really visually appealing and is so bold, and particularly the topic of freedom of speech again comes back to the conversation. So I wanted to ask you a little bit more about your, bringing up a bit more about your personal life and how much of that comes from your maybe teenager's time, if you want to share that with this audience.
Sure. Of course. Double mic. Yeah, the freedom of speech is something that is free, I don't know. But in this nowadays, less we can't talk like before, in the 90s, I'm someone who live in the 90s, and we have so much freedom of speech. We can talk about everything, anything. And since what's happening in the 2015 of Bataclan terrorists in Paris, and because they killed because of the freedom of speech, and also Charlie Hebdo, the free of speech, it's forbidden because we can kill people just for that. So for me, it's a subject that touched me a lot. To say how can we kill just for this? We can't explain. We can't. So I wanted to talk about this because we are in a society when we can talk about. I'm sorry for the word shit. When the politics talks, they talk like very well. They speak very well, but they say something that don't have sense sometimes. And the music, when Baby Be My Bitch, it's stupid. It's all kind of stupid, but they can speak. They're free to speak, But him, you want to say something very important about rights, about freedom, and he can speak. So it's like an injustice about that. So that's why I did this film, because I want to give the voice to those who cannot have the voice.
Actually, I have another question that is more related to inform the audience about stuttering. And I remember you mentioned there are 3 levels of stuttering,
yeah.
and probably you overcome and you sort of improved from having difficulties in speaking, actually reaching a better stage and delivering better the message. So it's really important because it's really a very not so much known topic. So I'd be really in love with that topic to be discussed again.
Yeah, it's we don't have too much stutter in the cinema. I don't see the last one was in The King's Speech in 2010. I don't know if you haven't seen this movie. It's really an Oscar. Well, okay. And you know, and after this film, I said, okay, I will not make a film about stuttering because it's done. But it was not. And nowadays, it's about history. It's about King. You know. So I wanted to talk about something happening now, and I think it's very important for me because I was a strong stutter. You know. Now I'm stuttering less than before. But before it was very hard. It was like horrible. You know. It was, oh my God. And I realized when I did this film that I went to the association and documentaries and see a lot of things, you know, to when I talk about the stuttering, I know what I'm talking about. And I realized there is 3 different levels of stuttering. The light stuttering, like mine, the level 2, there is which in a film, like he tried to speak but he blocks. And level 3, very, very, you know, he can't finish his sentence at all. And this is very, very hard for the person. So there is 3 levels. And with the main actor, it's called Jonathan Bartholomé, we worked 2 months on this character, you know. And the production say, no, just 3 weeks is enough to make the film. And I said, no, because all the film, it's about him, it's about the stutter. And if he's not enough good, we lost the movie. It will be, he's faking, he's not a real one. And I want people, well, now I give the answer, but I want people think that it's a true stutter, you know? Did you believe it's a true stutter? Yeah. And it's an actor, because at first I wanted a true stutter, but it was difficult because he don't know how to act. So I prefer to take an actor and make him stutter just for the movie. And we passed 2 months studying, rehearsal a lot, you know, just for this day when we did the shot. And when I see this on this huge big screen, it gave me emotion, you know. And I've seen this film like 10,000 times, you know. But each time I saw this part, it like, oh, it hits me because I know what we've been through.
Yeah, no, I mean, it looked great on the big screen, and yeah, I totally thought it was real. So, you know, great actor, honestly, great actor. I think we'll open up questions to the audience. If anyone has any questions, you can forward them here, and he can answer. Any questions at all? Yeah.
So I actually think the best actor in a short drama, and you're totally right. You can feel his frustration and his pain. So great casting. So I think it's interesting watching it with subtitles because you can see what he's trying to say almost. You know what he's trying to say and can't. But I wonder if you do that when it's being shown in French. Presumably doesn't have the words, but I think that's interesting that it has the words. But in French, presumably it isn't subtitles.
Yeah, so she was saying it's interesting when we were watching it with the subtitles in English because you know the word that he's trying to get to. But if the subtitles were in French, how would that change? Because it's actually what he's trying to say.
That's a good question because I hate subtitles for this kind of film. You know, really, I don't want subtitles, and it was a difficult thing because do you have to repeat the letters each time? Because we understand that it's stuttering, or do I just... So, yeah, I work on this and I try to people understand without being heavy. And yeah, you know what's happening next. But you know what? When you're talking to a stutter, you know what he's going to say. You know? We know when he says, McDonald's. He wanted to say that. But, so the fact that we put it's okay because, the message of the movie just do not interrupt if you know what he is gonna to say. Just this, you know what he's saying, but just let him finish. That's a freedom of speech, you know.
Fantastic. Any final questions before we finish? Awesome. Okay, yeah, go for it.
The film looks absolutely fantastic. I just wondered who your cinematographer was. I just thought he did such a good job. I looked to find him online. So who's your cinematographer?
Thank you.
Was it one guy or a small team?
Thank you. It was a crew team, actually. I want to thank also my DP. He's called Marcelo Merleto, and we work with the Luxembourg team for this picture to make something very like between fantastic and realistic style. And yeah, he did a great job on it. It was very nice that he understands my vision, and I'm happy that you love it.
Yeah, a lot of compliments, and rightly so. Congratulations. So with that, I just want to give a special thanks again to Farid and your amazing film that you put together, Entre les Mots. Special, let's do a round of applause again for Farid. Thank you so much. Awesome.